Hello everybody, Pretzel Road here, and welcome back to another episode of the Cleanup Crew Let's Play series. We're now on episode 26, and today we are going to be working on building a tram line around our city. This is going to be based on what we already have in the current new downtown area. We're going to extend out these tracks. These tram tracks, we have 3 sets of them, and we're going to extend them out either way. I believe I did a couple of those off camera during last episode, but we're going to finish this off and start up the tram lines. And I also do want to check to make sure I recreated the monorail lines, because I had to delete those during last episode. No, I didn't. Okay, so let's actually get that done first, and that way, once that way we'll have the full transit network. I think that will be a useful thing for our city to have. So this should be a fairly quick process, and then we can have this run back this way. And we'll also create one more. We'll create one more line that goes directly to City Center Station. Why does that not work? Oh! I never connected up the, Okay, so I did connect up the monorail lines, but I connected it only on this side. Alright, so sorry about that. I'm going to try to connect up to the central station. What's going on? Why is this not working? Alright, so I'll admit I probably could have gotten that all done far more efficiently by just going to the side that I knew worked, but unfortunately, when I realized that the left side here, I guess it's the right side if you look at it from the other side, wasn't connected to the main monorail track, I just had to fix it, and then that was a whole mess in and of itself. And then I also had to figure out how to fix the train lines as well, because that broke them. But now we can finally create this line. And there we go! We have now officially completed the monorail line. Now, with that done, the next thing I'd like to do is I'd like to turn off some of the buildings in the farm. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, that will cut into your profits. That's a bad idea. And yes, it will cut into my profits, and it is a bad idea. But I would like to try to get some office buildings to begin to grow in this city center area. And so I'm going to turn off a little bit of the farm for the time being, so that there's more industrial demand and people will begin to gravitate more towards the city. So I'm going to do that off camera. I'll be right back. Okay, so as it turns out, turning off a building doesn't actually stop it from employing people. So to get any industrial demand at all, I had to completely rip out basically everything in our farmland area, which is incredibly frustrating, and it also means that I will have to completely redo the farm from the ground up because of that. And I'll probably do that in between this episode and the next. So that was kind of a massive pain. However, we do now have a downtown, which is pretty fancy. We now have basically everything built except for this little area here. And this is going to be tourist stuff eventually. This is I'm losing the word for it now. It's a tourism specialization area. So eventually hotels and such will move into here. But at the moment, they have not decided to build themselves, so we don't have those. We do have one over here, but we don't have, like, we don't have them in the big blocks. I did actually add a little bit of zoning around the sides here because I realized that there was going to be kind of a massive gap in the middle, and I wanted to shrink that just a bit. So I added a couple of buildings on the edges of our city center. So that's the story with that. Now, I think the next thing that we need to do is work on lengthening these little tram lines here. So, I think I'll cut to a time lapse of me doing that right about now. Alright, so I've got some exciting news for you all. This time I actually have a little bit to talk about during this time lapse. So the first thing is that this time lapse is really pretty boring. A lot of it is just me trying to figure out why the tram tracks keep getting stuck and I can't place them correctly. So I end up just struggling with that a lot. So we're not going to talk about a whole lot of what's going on the screen. You can watch if you'd like. But what I would like to talk about a little bit is some of the things that I'm doing in this episode differently from usual. Firstly, you'll notice I'm doing a little bit more with time lapses. That's more just an effect of the types of things that I've been doing in our Let's Plays lately, more so than it is that I actually am trying to move to a more time-lapse based format. But if you guys do like these or dislike these, please leave them in the comments. Leave your thoughts on them in the comments. And then the other thing I have to talk about is some of the actual things that we're doing differently in our Let's Plays now. So the first thing I would like to point out is those little like and subscribe things that you saw earlier. I just placed those in. I'm just gonna try those out, see what you guys think. If you've got any ideas, again, leave them in the comments, because that's really how I know what you guys think about the things that I'm doing. I don't get a whole lot of feedback in the comments, but any feedback I do get is greatly appreciated. I do always read the comments, even if I don't always reply to them, and so your comments are very important feedback for my channel. Now, the other thing I'd like to talk about quickly is the fact that I'm now going to be trying to add in little bits of some of the effects of the episode, I guess, during the episode. So basically I'm going to be doing a little bit of filming after I've actually done the things for the episode, and I'm just going to show you. So like this one's going to have some tram footage. I haven't put that in yet, but that's going to be something that I'm going to try to do a little bit more for the next couple of episodes. I just want to see how it affects viewer engagement. Again, if you guys have any thoughts on that, please leave it in the comments. That way, I know if you really don't like seeing that sort of thing, I can get rid of it if it's having a detrimental effect on the channel. But I'd like to see whether I can maybe try to do things that will push more people to watch videos for longer. So I'm gonna try to get something a little bit more interesting than just me playing City Skylines, because I know that can maybe get a little bit boring at some point. So again, please leave your thoughts in the comments below. And we are probably going to be coming to the end of this time-lapse soon, and that's really all I've got today. I don't have anything after this time-lapse is over. So if you enjoyed this episode, please leave it a like, share it with other people who you think might be interested, or I guess make a Let's Play series around episode 26 now, and I doubt that there are all that many people watching from episode 26, although last episode actually did surprisingly well. It's gotten more views than even the first episode. Don't know how that happened. But again, if you enjoy these sorts of things, please like them, share them with other people so that more people can enjoy the fun of watching these videos, and so that the word gets out and the channel can grow, because it's really hard for this channel to grow otherwise without your input. Subscribe if you aren't already. That really does help me know that you are enjoying the content I'm making. And until next time, I guess have a nice day. Goodbye, everyone.